Hello friends and welcome to another Powered Cube draft. This one's looking to be a really sick one. Oh my goodness, I love the sneak attack art. But if you're new here, my name is Cody Lee. I upload a brand new draft video every single day. If that's something that interests you, I'd love to have you along for this ride. And this is a really spicy looking pack. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, but Broadside Bombardiers is a really sick one I've wanted to play with for a hot second. Sneak attack does some really broken things. That's an interesting one for me. I almost want to grab it early and see if we can do some sneaking, discarding, cycling type dealio. As is, if I weren't going to be taking the sneak attack here, I'd probably be picking something like Tezzeret, or probably honestly Broadside Bombardiers. Bombardier. Grim Monolith is also very strong, but yeah, let's start with sneak attack and see what happens here. We've got an ignoble hierarch. There is a brain freeze here, which is interesting, as well as an abrade, a thundering falls, and a talisman of dominance. I will say Thundering Falls is a nice little mana fix for us if we're going to be in the sneak attack deck. Generally, you also want to be in blue. Brain Freeze is very strong. I'm just not a really big fan of the crazy combo deck, or the crazy storm decks, if I'm being honest. So let's take the land. And maybe the abrade comes back around. Follow that up with a Woodfall Primus. There is a Pentad Prism, a Parallax Wave. Stoneforge Mystic is very interesting, and Barrowgoyf is also very strong. Honestly, Barrowgoyf might be the better card here. Woodfall Primus is just not one of the greatest, things to have enter in with sneak attack. You do get to activate it twice, but it doesn't hit creatures, so it's kind of like meh. As is, Barrowgoyf's pretty good. Stern Scolding is also pretty good, but let's start with the Barrowgoyf. Honestly, I almost want to take the Stoneforge Mystic, but let's take the Barrowgoyf. Mana Drain, very strong. There's a Scalding Karn and a Tundra here, as well as a Quarry Steelcutter. Quarry Steelcutter is one of those really good ones. If you're going to be in an interesting style deck, I do think we're going to take the Scalding Tarn here. Narset Parter of Veils is one of those really good cards, but we do want the good mana fixing early in the draft. Follow that up with a Remand. The Cauldra Compliat after passing the Stoneforge Mystic is kind of crazy. A little unlucky, but Flage is one of those interesting ones. Gloomlake Verge would be interesting, but let's take the Remand, and we'll be happy with that. Miscalculation, Mishra's Bauble. This is an interesting little deal, but we're going to take the Miscalculation, have some interaction. Jataxian Probe, Nova Hellkite is interesting, but I think we're going to take the Jataxian Probe. Just lets us get a little bit deeper into our deck, especially if we're trying to get towards sneak attack. I will say, if we don't end up somewhere where we're playing sneak attack, which right now we haven't seen a bunch of big fatties outside of Woodfall Primus, so maybe we do end up in a situation where we're not sneak attacking. But come on, look at that little giant guy. That art's... I'm a big fan of this art style. I don't remember what set this is. Not 100% sure. But I am a big fan. For a pack 1, though, we're playing a very eminently fair style here. You'll have to notice. We haven't looked at everyone. Bosox Boy, 66. Law. That's kind of sick. Jankelstein, Axel 030, Rincewind, Minika, and Yura. It's been a hot second. I have wanted to probably change up my name on here, but I've had it for so long since I originally created the account. I was a big fan of 100 Thieves way back when, and I had named all my accounts 100 something. So 100 Mage. Just a little bit of an example. You'll also notice I'm pretty low on rare wild cards after I put together a standard brawl deck for Tetra, which has been super fun to play with. Also, we might have picked up way too quick on the packs. As is, have you guys had the chance to see all of the SCG Con in Atlanta stuff? I'm not a huge follower of these events, but I am a big fan of checking out deck lists and seeing how they're all going. So I'm curious if you guys have any big cool decks that you've seen. Any favorites? Any big contenders? Ooh, finally. River Pyre Verge. There is a Fresh Start, which is a nice removal spell. Evora and Seasoned Pyromancer is also interesting. Discard 2 cards, then draw 2 for each non-land card. That's pretty interesting. But River Pyre Verge is just solid fixing. I do think I want... No, let's take the good fixing. Actually, I want the Fresh Start. Let's take the removal spell. I never pick enough removal, so maybe it's time that I start doing it. Fire Covenant. I think I'm going to take the Xander's Lounge to fix my mana for all 3 of my colors right now. But Fire Covenant is another one that I think would be pretty good. Here, the Abrade. Stern Scolding. I mean, we can take the Sacred Foundry and just be... a Narset? Kind of crazy that this comes back around. 3 mana for a 5 loyalty planeswalker, which means you at least get... Well, I mean, okay, we're going to Sacred Foundry in the side, so maybe we Lingering Souls at some point. But Neg 2, look at the top 4 cards. You reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. So 3 mana replaces itself and your opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. That seems very, very powerful. Hopefully, as long as you can draw a card. And the issue right now is 7 cards to draw. Although it does look like we're going to be running a little bit slowly. You got 2 energy then if you cast it from your hand. Exile cards. Yeah, we'll take the Amped Raptor. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by paying an amount of energy equal to its mana cost, rather than paying its mana cost. I don't know if that's good or not. There's a Volcanic Island here, which is pretty sick. There's also a Ponder and a Consider, both very good. Toxic Deluge and Displacer Kitten. I will say, I think the Displacer Kitten's probably what we're going to want here. Amped Raptor probably goes in the sideboard, but whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So you're basically able to bounce something a whole bunch of times. Can be good, especially with things like Planeswalkers and all of that. I will say we have this sneak attack and nothing to really sneak attack in. But, hey, Displacer Kitten's a really cool one. Volcanic Island, Toxic Deluge, Consider, Ponder. Hopefully one of those comes back around. Phantasmal Image is interesting to me. There is a Troll and a Fairy Mastermind and a Bitter Triumph, which are all interesting. Talisman of Dominance is also interesting, but I think, honestly, the Troll... the Swamp Cycle's pretty good. The Fairy Mastermind... I mean, the Fairy Mastermind's just solid, so maybe we just take that. We're playing a pretty low down to the ground curve here. Airtie Resurrected and a Fear of Missing Out. Honestly, I think the Fear of Missing Out's pretty good. Arwen Mortal Queen. Wait, that seems insane. That's pretty cool. Shadow Spear, Monastery, Swift Spear, Shelldock Isle. I mean, Honestly, I think Fear of Missing Out is going to be pretty good. Not amazing, but I'm going to take it here. Airtie Resurrected. Let's take the Airtie. I think Airtie is a little bit stronger, so there's that. Dothai Voidwalker is one of those that's pretty dang good. Whenever Tamio attacks Investigate, whenever you draw your third card in a turn, exile, like that's pretty dang good. There's also a Chandra. There's also a Vaultborn Tyrant to go with our sneak attack, it's worth noting. So maybe that comes back around, but I do think I'm going to take the Chandra.
You wanna go, tough guy?
We're pretty solidly blue-red right now. Remand, miscalc, fresh start. We've got a couple of ways to interact. I think Chandra is kind of eminently fair. Archon of Cruelty. We're going to play Archon of Cruelty here. We're going to play the Tersa Light Shatter. It's probably the Tersa Light Shatter. Exile a card at random. Yeah, we're going to take that. Bomat Warrior, Archon of Cruelty are both interesting, but... Ooh, there's a Saheeli here and a Dak Faden. Rampaging Raptor. Trample Haste 4/4. When this creature deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls or battle that player protects. That's kind of fascinating. There is a Dak Faden here, which I like. Mind Collapse. And a Saheeli. Let's take the Dak Faden. Ooh, and let's also take the Screaming Nemesis. Screaming Nemesis is very strong. And we're kind of in like a blue-reddish style deck here. Blue-red, damagey, aggressive deck. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. If you do, you may put a creature card from among them into your hand. So we might be cutting the Barrowglaive depending on the amount of creatures. Blood Crypt, Chrome Host, Seed Shark. I mean, there's a Blood Crypt and a Fatal Push. But Chrome Host, Seed Shark if we're just cutting the Barrowglaive and the Airtie. Beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tap treasure token. I mean, we'll probably take the Consider here. There is a Toxic Deluge, which is pretty good. Collect Evidence 6. Let's take the... No, we'll take the Consider. Consider is just a solid card for us here. Monstrous Rage. A nice little combat trick for us as we're playing a little low to the ground deck here. Monastery Swift Spear. We'll take... Maybe we'll see a Spyglass Siren as well. Dig Through Time. We'll take... Right now, Sneak Attack's out, too. It's just worth noting. Amped Raptor is in, based on what we got going on here. Stadium Headliner or Pyrokinesis. Stadium Headliner, I think. Ooh, and a Rampaging Raptor. 4 mana, 4/4 with Trample and Haste. Ooh, okay, Subtlety and Fury. I do think we're going to take the Fury. Inti is one of those. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. Whenever you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample whenever you discard one or more cards. Honestly, Inti or Fury, I think the 2-drop is almost more important. Yeah, let's take the Inti. Enduring Curiosity here. Dig through time's probably gone. Daze. Or a Chain Lightning. We Daze, right? 11 and 11. We're tapping out at 4. Displacer Kitten might be something we don't need. The Rampaging Raptor here is pretty sick. Force of Negation or Expressive Iteration. I think we're going to take Expressive Iteration here. Just a very strong card. Force of Negation is good. But Expressive Iteration gets us back into it. Here... I mean... Phyrexian Revoker, but we're not going to play it. Swords to Plowshare so our opponents don't have it. You know how it be? Sometimes you gotta counter draft your opponents before they even know what's going on. Now what have we got going on here, friends? Where's the build-up? Ooh. Okay, Law. The Nira's got a couple. We got them coming. We got them coming. Time Warp. Pinnacle Emissary. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, we don't got a ton of those. So Hellrider or Hull Breacher. The fact that Hull Breacher is here, we are going to be taking the Hull Breacher. That's actually kind of insane. Quan Chi Tong. Phenomenal. Spell Pierce would also be pretty good. Echo of Aeons to the sideboard. Pass all those pecks quick. Oof. Now, in this situation, the next thing that we're cutting is probably like sacrifice a creature deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. I'm trying to think of what I would be cutting, and I'm almost thinking it would be something like Narset. Flame Slash would be good, but Spire Bluff Canal, being the mana source that we want, is going to be much better. It's a pretty sick Scalding Tarn. Now here, Thunder Trap Trainer. 2 mana, 1/2. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land. We got a lot of non-creature, non-lands. I think this is what we'll go with. And we're going to be adding 13 lands to this. If we get one more playable, we probably cut something like the Consider, the Jataxian Probe. Probably not the Jataxian Probe. We might cut the Stadium Headliner, honestly. Yeah, so Chain Lightning's going to make us cut the Stadium Headliner. Noble Hierarch being there so late is kind of crazy. Makes me almost wish that I was in a green deck, but I haven't been paying attention to the green deck cards, so I don't know how many of those we got or passed. We probably passed a number of them. At least I have to assume so. I mean, there's some of them right there, I guess. We'll take the Sylvan Caryatid. Hellrider or Fiery Confluence? Honestly, Fiery Confluence seems really good. Do we cut the Chandra for the Fiery Confluence, or do we cut the Rampaging Raptor? Trample Haste. Let's drop. See, the thing is, this is just 6 damage to the face. And that's insane sometimes. But let's drop that. Let's drop that, and then let's drop 1 mountain. Done. And we're going to jump into it. I'm ready. I'm gonna keep. We have so many 1 and 2 drops to only have 1 in our opening hand. Is that the luck that we're gonna come into today with? Both of our 4 drops. We have 3 4 drops, I think. I mean, at least we're gonna be able to play them. So, Lorien revealed. I will say the Thunder Trap Trainer is pretty cool. I like that artwork a lot. The Otter style, the Otter Wizard, Orc Wizards, and then that dinosaur. Okay, opponent. What's timing you out over there? Boom. I'll take the Jataxian Probe. A Saheeli.
If it's a challenge you want, then a challenge you'll get.
Are they going to be able to do something here? Oh. They are going to be able to do something here, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn. That's insane, actually. And that's some of the reason why Cube sucks sometimes. Tolarian Academy. Great. So I'm going to play this. I am going to destroy your Nettlecyst. I'm going to come in like this. And you have a Tolarian Academy with nothing off the top. So drawing the Abrade was really what kind of saved us here. So long as you don't get anything. Which, let's be fair, you're probably not. You can only use that mana to cast artifact spells as well. Mind you, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Tolarian Academy is going to give him a crap ton of mana. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, and a dig through time? That's kind of crazy. That's probably one of the best top decks that they could have had. The Rampaging Raptor coming down next turn so that I can attack in is going to be good for us, though. Another situation where our opponent is timing out on repeated turns, though. Maybe I play too quickly. Is that an issue that you guys seem to experience? Like, what are you thinking about here? You have nothing going on. Are you wasting time going phase to phase? Like, does it make you feel better? Yeah, that didn't take me any time at all to do. And I'm trying to think, maybe there are other moves to take in this scenario. Like getting a Tersa down so that I can discard 2 and get closer to that point, but it's like actually our opponent's just timing out for no reason here.
Is destruction your only art?
Yeah, like what are you doing? What are you taking time on your turn for? What are you deciding here? You have a crap ton of mana. Like I imagine that you have a lot that you can do. I wonder if they are attempting to storm off. Like you're timing out with a Mana Vault untap. They're a Dauntless Drafter, so they've been doing this for a hot second. Oh, you're just deciding to take the damage. Impressed. One, 2, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 regular mana to use. You used a timeout. Great. You have... Nice.
The world yields to art, not pressure.
We're gonna concede. Because this guy, I don't know. I just don't quite understand what people are thinking, and if that's what they get out of their fun, then more power to them. But they're gonna go for it right there, and we're not gonna be able to do a ton. I'm glad that they can enjoy playing their Magic. But also, if you're gonna upheaval in that, like what's taking you so long? Like, what are you considering? It does not take me very long to make that decision. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's a pretty sweet land, honestly. Not being able to daze is kind of sucky. Ooh, if they play a big ol' artifact that we can Dak Fade in though, I'll do that. Nice.
I'm the greatest
Mine.
thief in the multiverse. Security embarrassing.
Uh, I can't daze, it's worth noting.
Time to cut my losses.
Down we go. Okay, so. And my turn. Just so that I can remand and miscalc. It's another sweet land. Draw card. Good game. Two big old expensive artifacts. I'm glad that came down at the perfect time for us to win that game. Again, goes to show you the decks that I have are generally pretty good, I feel like. Then again, if they would have led with Mirror Battlesphere and we stole that instead of their Endstone, we might have been in a different spot. I would have stolen it, though. It's worth noting. Opponent goes first. We'll keep this. We got a couple of draws, especially because we're on the draw. Sweet, sweet card sleeves. Ooh, and they mulligan down. You know, I do come from an era of Magic. I started playing in a time when dual lands were a little bit more valuable, in some of like the OG Ravnica shock lands were extremely high end. And I was just like partway through my Magic experience journey. Ooh, Spring Heart Nantucko. Uh-oh. We are going to hold up the Remand instead of play Thundertrap Trainer. That's kind of unlucky for us. I mean, it's just going to be a bunch of 1/1s, but... There were no mountains in there, which is kind of crazy. The ramming up is going to make this kind of suck. You may play lands from your graveyard, being able to play the Misty Rainforest multiple times, especially considering... So I'm going to do this. I may not play that card, that's annoying. Okay, well, remove that. I have so many cards that I could hit. But I'm kind of glad I got rid of them. Whatchamacallit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. No locks. Um. discard both of those two and draw 2. 2 islands. I have 5 islands and 1 mountain. Please. Please hit me with the mountain one time. Nice. Love that for us. Yeah, I drew a mountain. Glorybringer. 2 red. Oh. Put 1 into my hand. Choose one of them and put into your library. Exile. Alright. I think I probably did that wrong. I am going to let this happen. Yes, yes, they both die. My turn. I'm going to play this. No attacks, end turn. I'm going to hold up the Wan Shi Tong for 4 because if they Glorybringer, I can play this for 4. Yeah, Rathalos, sure. Add 1 mana, spend this mana to cast a legendary spell. So I'm gonna cast this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna block here. Block here. Take a little bit of damage. I've got a 5/5 flyer.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna get in for 5. End turn. I'm gonna be able to miscalc their Glorybringer if it comes down. I think we're in a good spot. Ooh, red. Are you sure? Oh, it can't be countered.
The sun is warm. The air is sweet. Go big.
It can't be countered.
Actually, go take that, you fiend.
This is a waste of my time.
That's 100% my bad, actually. Huh. End turn. We'll save the Hull Breacher. The opponent would draw a card except the first one they would draw on each of their draw steps. Instead, I create a treasure token. So, I'll try to draw some cards. Get to draw a card, yay! My Wanchi Tong's even bigger now. Search in the library is pretty sick. Comes down. Boom. I'm just going to attack with this thing for lethal in the air. No reason for me to play the land, hold up, make him feel a little bit more scared. He's got at least one forest, and then, yeah, there's that forest. Are you actually kidding me right now? That's probably the most annoying thing that I've had happen in a hot second. Oh well, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, folks. What does that put us at? 1-2. Oh my goodness. I feel like we've been at a slog today. Well, that's not too bad of a game. Raffabomb, the pack leader. And we'll keep. This looks like a good one. We'll play a island. I do like my Jace Chocobo over his little dragon. Put one into your hand, one on the bottom of your library. Exile one of them. You may play the exiled card this turn. We'll hold that for a second. Hold up a Braid. And then we'll hold up Hull Breacher on turn 3. Hope that they do something crazy. Again, though, we're going to have an opponent sit there with a tapped land. Nothing to do. You could have just passed it. And this is where I wonder if I should be editing videos down to like cut these moments out where our opponent just kind of sits there and lets things fester. Like, what are you doing? Why? And now you're just sitting there. What do you got? You got a Daze in hand? Like, they've got something that they can cast without my prompting on their turn. And they're just looking away from their screen every single time. Like, it bothers me immensely when people cannot, like, engage with the game that they're sitting there playing. Like, friend. Sure. Inquisition. My guy's spamming off hellos. Probably Hull Breacher. If I were to pick something out of this hand, I mean, Tursa might be the pick if they don't want me to be attacking in next turn, because I will. Although it looks like it's going to be another one of those like 20-minute games like we had from yesterday. So I'm going to probably sit here and let him time out multiple times as he tries to figure out what the hell he's doing. This is like the 4th time he's timed out. We're on turn 3. Oh, that's his 2nd land drop. Currency converter. Sure. Like you understand you're repeatedly timing out. How do you not understand how disrespectful and rude this is to everyone and everyone's time? I don't know. Does it bother you as much as it bothers me? I am not going to worry about his currency converter until he starts doing the thing. If that falls out, do they lose? Is this real? Like I wonder if this person is realistically doing this and like enjoying their time spent. Maybe it is just me being bothered by it. Like, is it crazy that this bothers me immensely? Maybe there's some work and therapy to be done on that, just in general. But, I mean, hey, man. Someone is actively trying to rage bait and time waste. We'll see. Oh, were you just holding Snuff out this whole time? Like, actually? What you gonna do? If an opponent would draw a card except the first one they draw on each of their draw steps. They gotta click through every single thing here. I believe in you, friend. I'm struggling. This game's gonna take 20 minutes though. Remember, it's my 3rd game, our 4th game total. We're at 48, almost 50 minutes into the draft. Usually these drafts take about 15 to 20 minutes. You're timing out again, Raffy Bomb. I wonder if there's a way to like report people who do stuff like this, or if it's like, it's probably not a reportable offense. Like you can assume that someone over there is thinking and having a lot of difficulty. Okay. They got rid of Teferi. I'll put it on top. You have to draw a card and then discard a card. Put a card exiled into its owner's graveyard. If it's a land card, create a treasure token. Cool. So they can create a treasure. Try to play a 5-drop that I can daze. Oh, Preacher of the Schism. Sure. We are going to play out the whole Breacher. God. I just gotta wonder what's going through their heads here. Like, do they have 18 windows open? And is that what they're doing over there, is playing in 18 different windows? So they can't focus completely on this? Are they also playing Hearthstone? That's it. I bet they're playing Hearthstone on like a separate monitor, and then they've got stocks going on a third monitor over there. I only have to wonder because like we're not playing a very complicated game. They haven't done much. Like if I'm being honest, like they've really not done anything or made any decisions that have complicated things. They made a treasure token. Like, and if these are the best decisions that they've made with the cards that they've got, I'm just kind of impressed that they've made such poor advances. I mean, my answers don't necessarily line up very well with the threats that they've had. And they've had relatively good knowledge. So there's that. And he's just pausing every single time he has the chance. Maybe I'll play his game. Like, it almost makes me want to just sit here and not do anything. Like, what are you going to do, friend? Brazen Borrower. Great. Like, what are you doing, man? Holy shit. It's so hard for me not to get fucking tilted. Like, forgive my language here. Just what? What is going on? What are you doing? Why are we timing out every single game? And what has been going on this weekend? Like every single time that I've loaded up Arena to play in this past like 3 or 4 days, every single game has been someone pausing and delaying like this. Ooh, I wonder if the client's fucked. Like messed up. I wouldn't be surprised, you know? Yeah, look at this. You're dazed. Good job. Alright. Well, you're going to have to forgive me, guys. The commentary is going to be a little bit low. Let's sit and enjoy. He's been sitting here for 7 minutes. It's going to be a rehash of yesterday's 20-something minute long game. I wonder if it's like bots or something that people have going on. Like, What what actively do you have to have going on right now? Like this has to be a bot, right? Allowing this to happen. Or it's a 14-year-old, I suppose. But anyways, let's mute ourselves. Let's have a little bit of ASMR as we play out this last game, and we'll play it real slowly. Hmm. Do we want to keep going here? I'm not sure. Let's let it count down a little bit longer. Also, it's worth noting I don't generally recommend that you do these types of things. It is very rude. But we'll do it. You want to play a game, friend? We'll play a game. I wonder if they'll actually pick things up. No. I'm gonna sit on that end step for a hot second, Raffy Bomb. We might have another 30-minute here. Honestly, I might cut this one. I haven't done much video editing. We're just gonna destroy target artifact. Like, we're done with this. I hesitate to say it, but come on now.
I'd rather have a full stomach than full coffers.
Aww. We are gonna block. The thing that sucks is we're just not in a great spot. We're just going to concede. We're going to be done here. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on this one. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Honestly, that was a really, really tilting series of events. So hopefully next one's better. Talk to you guys then.